Howdy, Patriots. Duke Dallas here, coming at you live from the heart of Texas, where the stars are bright and the truth's even brighter. Welcome to Unfettered Ideas, where we don't let political correctness muzzle our love for this great nation. Now, y'all know I ain't one to sugarcoat, and I spent my years in uniform defending Old Glory, and I'll be damned if I let this country slip into the hands of weak-kneed globalists. Today, we're talking about two names dominating the headlines, President Donald J. Trump and Ukraine's Volodymyr Zelensky. Let's cut through the media sludge and get to what really matters. Let's start with the man himself, President Trump. While the D.C. swamp critters squawk about democracy overseas, Trump's got his eyes on the prize. President Trump has been working his tail off to bring peace to this world. And what does he get? Pushback from a so-called ally. Zelensky even had the gall to call President Trump a dictator. A dictator? This from a man who's been running his country under martial law, postponing elections, and clinging to power like a tick on a hound. The left's still obsessed with painting Trump as some Putin puppet. But folks, Trump's the only one with the guts to say what we're all thinking. Why's Uncle Sam playing ATM for Ukraine while our borders are a joke and gas prices are strangleholding hard-working Americans? Then another thing. Instead of gratitude, Zelensky starts hollering about being left out. Now, I don't know about y'all, but when the big dogs are talking peace, maybe the pups should sit back and listen. I served alongside brave men who'd give their last breath for this country. You think they'd want to see billions shipped off to Kiev while veterans sleep on sidewalks? Trump gets it. He's not just a leader. He's a negotiator. Volodymyr Zelensky. War hero? Media darling? Sure. But let's not forget, this guy's a comedian. Literally. Went from playing a president on TV to begging for our tax dollars. Oh, but Duke, Russia's a threat. Yeah, and so's China and Iran. But when's the last time Europe opened their wallets? We're bankrolling Ukraine's defense while Germany's cozying up to Russian gas. And let's be real, Ukraine ain't exactly Switzerland. Corruption's in their DNA. You think our cash is going to tanks and bullets or some oligarch's yacht? Trump called him out years ago, and he's still right. I'll say this. I pray for every soul caught in that war. Now let's talk about this so-called alliance. The United States has poured over $350 billion into Ukraine's defense, while Europe barely scraped together $100 billion, and most of that is loans. President Trump, always the savvy businessman, suggested it's high time we get something in return. He's proposed a deal for access to Ukraine's rich mineral resources worth over $500 billion. And what does Zelensky do? He balks, calls it excessive. Well, excuse me, but when you're begging for help, you don't bite the hand that's feeding you. And let's not forget the bigger picture here. President Trump is working to end this war, not just for Ukraine, but for the world. He's engaged in peace talks, even considering a visit to Fort Knox with Elon Musk to inspect our gold reserves. Now, some folks might call that unconventional, but I call it genius. He's thinking outside the box, looking out for America's interests first and foremost. Here's where it gets dirty. The media's treating Trump like he's Benedict Arnold for daring to question Zelensky. But where were these journalists when Hunter's laptop got buried? Or when the Biden clan's Ukrainian cash flow got memory holed? They're puppets, folks. Strings pulled by the deep state. They want to paint Trump as a traitor because he's disrupting their gravy train. Well, I ain't buying it. You know, back on the battlefield, we had each other's backs. No cameras, no spin, just truth. Today, the truth's buried under a mountain of TDS, Trump derangement syndrome. Well, I say it's high time we set the record straight. President Trump is standing up for America, demanding fair deals, and pushing for peace. And if that ruffles some feathers over in Europe or Kyiv, so be it. Our loyalty lies with the stars and stripes, not with foreign leaders who can't appreciate a good deal when it's dangled right in front of them. Now, I know some of y'all might be thinking, but Duke, ain't we supposed to stand by our allies? And to that I say, yes, we stand by our friends. But friendship is a two-way street. When we've given so much, our money, our resources, our support, it's not too much to ask for a little reciprocity. And if Zelensky can't see the value in that, maybe it's time we reconsider who our real friends are. So here's the bottom line. Trump's fighting for us, for secure borders, for jobs, for a country that puts its citizens first. Zelensky, he's doing what he's got to do for his people, but that ain't our burden. I love this country, fought for it, and I'll be darned if I let anyone, foreign or domestic, steal its future. That's all for today, folks. Remember, here on Unfettered Ideas, we don't shy away from the tough conversations. We tackle them head on with a hearty dose of American pride. So stand tall, patriots. Stay loud. Stay unfettered. And remember, this ain't just a podcast. It's a movement. Do me a solid. Don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and drop a comment. This ain't just my show. It's yours. The people's voices matter, and we're building an army of patriots here. The elites want us silent. We say hell no. And if you want to fuel this fight, head over to our Patreon. Links in the description. Every dollar keeps us uncanceled and unfiltered. We're taking this country back, one patriot at a time. Stay strong, stay loud, and stay tuned. This is Duke Dallas, signing off. God bless y'all, and God bless America.